have beside me, the Isuzu MUX. Now I know this is not a very common car on our roads in India, but I can definitely assure you, after spending a few days with this monster, it's a great car, and I think one of the most underrated vehicles in the market. Let's talk about the exteriors of the car. Now, this is a facelifted version. Yeah, it is the facelifted, right? I know there's not many changes, but there are minor changes that have enhanced the overall appeal of the car. For example, you can see that these new DRLs are now merging with the chrome line. Now, obviously, they're not, directly merging with the chrome line, but the design theme is as such that you can actually see that there's like a single line, especially if you have the DRLs off. It probably seems like one chrome line across the front, and I think that's a pretty unique design element on this car, and it's something that really gives it an imposing look. I mean, I took it out for a very long road trip, and I could definitely say that on the highway it was very easy to create space for this car because people were intimidated in front of me. I just had to flash the lights once and they just gave me way. Bumper has been revised so that it can have a higher approach angle, which can make it much more capable off-road. Coming to the side profile of the car, you can see that it's pretty plain Jane. It's nothing fancy. There are chrome door handles to enhance the appeal of the car, and there are amazing looking 18-inch diamond alloys. Yes, the pre-facelift had 17-inch. It was a similar design theme, but now they are upgraded to 18-inch, which really fill the wheel well and give it a really butch look in the side profile. Overall, it's very reminiscent of the Chevrolet Trailblazer. I don't know how many actually remember that vehicle. It was also amazing but sad that Chevy pulled out. But this car is practically based on the Chevy Trailblazer, and very much of the Trailblazer is visible in the side profile of the MUX. Coming to the interior of the car, the interior is pretty bare bones, and yes, it is bare bones compared to the new Endeavour and the Fortuner. There is a very basic 7-inch screen, which is not what you get in the international models. The international models get a larger, much more comprehensive 8.5-inch screen, which has CarPlay, Android Auto, the works. This has nothing. This has only Bluetooth connectivity, FM, AM, USB, CD. That's it. Does not have any modern amenity, which is a big shame, but it's what Isuzu is offering to us when we must live with it. Then once you look down from the infotainment screen, there is AC control. So there is a big font of the AC temperature. Then it's in a big circular shape where different switches where fan speed, modes, etc. Then you come to the automatic gearbox. It's a conventional 5-speed torque converter. Again, something that only we get in India. The foreign markets get a 6-speed torque converter. I do not know why we are being given inferior stuff, but that is how it is, and Isuzu's been doing that. Then once you move on from the gear lever, there is the 4-wheel drive switch, 2-wheel drive, 4H and 4L. This is for driving modes when you are in slush, on the road, or in extremely tricky condition. You can choose what this car needs to do in the appropriate situation. Then there are 2 cup holders right beside the driver, which are decently sized for your fizzy drink. That's about it. That pretty much sums up the interior. It's just that simple. No fancy gimmicks. Obviously, there is one really positive side to this interior, and that there are dual glove boxes. There's one here which opens, and there's one here that opens. Both of them have decent sizes, and it's pretty decent to store your stuff. But overall, that's about it. The interior is just summed up. It's just basic, to the point, and functional. Doesn't have the gimmicks, but you know that it's going to last you forever. That's how well built the interior is. Everything's put together perfectly well. Kudos to Isuzu for that. To access the tailgate in this car, you have to press the electronic button. Yes, it is electronic controlled, but once you do open, you get access to the boot. Now currently I have it all folded. All 2 rows are folded, and I'm right now having over 1,000 liters of capacity. Yes, more than 1,000 liters. You can actually move a house in here. And it's perfect for storing stuff, perfect for moving stuff around, and it's very easy, one touch. So you can just press a button and all the seats just fold flat. Overall, it's great packaging by Isuzu, and kudos to them for generating so much space out inside. Coming to the leg room of the car, it's actually, in one word, excellent. I have the front seat adjusted to my driving position, and I'm 5'8" and I have ample of legroom, and I have great thigh support, and the backrest is very comfortable as well. And of course the backrest is adjustable. Yes, it is adjustable, so you can adjust it to however you want to lie down, rest, sit on your long trips. Exactly, this car is perfect for driving around and equally good when you want to be chauffeured around. It's just a great package. And obviously you are helped with USB ports in the back, you got AC vents in the back, and you have full-size bottle holders in the doors. There is also one storage compartment on top of the dashboard. Now getting access to it is a little tricky. When you press this button, it's supposed to pop up on its own, but it doesn't. You have to press the button and then use the tip of your fingernail to bring it up. Now I don't know if this is a design flaw or it's broken, but I've seen this in a variety of MUX, so I believe that it's a design theme. But whatever it is, I don't think that's the way it's supposed to work, and it's really inaccessible, especially when you're driving and you want to take out something. Nope, not happening. That's something Isuzu should really look upon. I'm finally behind the wheel of this Isuzu MUX, and I can initially tell you that it's actually very easy to drive this very big vehicle. It is over 4.8 meters long, so it is huge, but it's not that difficult to manage, and that's a big surprise considering the fact that in Delhi traffic, people don't give you tight spaces or anything. It's actually really easy to manage. It's actually really nice. I just took a tight U-turn and it was really easy. No issues with the turning radius as such. Yes, it is not the best around, but it's not so bad actually. If you ask me, I've driven some big vehicles. It's pretty easy to maneuver this vehicle. Plus, I also took it for an impromptu 1500 kilometers drive from Delhi to Allahabad and back for the Kumbh, and it totally did its job perfectly well. I did it in a span of just one night. So I drove in the morning, stayed the night, came back the next day, and it was not tiring at all. I did a lot of varying speeds, from setting the cruise control at 90 to doing much higher speeds than that, and the car did not break a sweat at all. In fact, it was such a good cruiser that I actually covered really good distance in very short time. I think I covered the distance of 750 kilometers while returning in about 8.5 hours, 9 hours, and my average speed was like 88 or 89, which is pretty good, on Indian highways. Pretty impressive. That's how good of a highway tourer this car is. I mean, it's pretty. If you drive it at 80-90 only, like I did for some parts of stretch, it's super efficient. I mean, I was getting 13.5, 14 kilometers per liter, which is a lot for this monster of an engine, which is a 3-liter engine producing 178 horsepower, 380 newton meters of torque. So again, it's not slow, or it's not low on power that you would expect it to give good figures, but it does give amazing figures, and that's a big shocker. Obviously, when the speeds went up, the efficiency dropped because it is mated to a 5-speed, and the international version gets a 6-speed box. So I actually don't know why we in India are getting the 5-speed box. It also hampers economy, but it's still a decent box. There is lag when you want to overtake. You put your foot down, there is lag, but it gets the job done. Nothing to complain as such. It's just a torque converter, so it has its limitations, and those limitations come out in the light when you want to overtake somebody in a rush. The ride quality is fantastic. I mean, I took my parents out on the trip as well, and they absolutely love the ride quality. They've been in some really nice cars, and they can say with high confidence that this car is one of the better riding cars they have been in. The seat comfort is really good. The driving seat, the backrest is amazing. Although in the same issue with the passenger seat, I felt that the under thigh support was a little less, but overall it was a great ride experience. The steering feel is really good once speed pick up, but the same steering at slow speeds is extremely heavy. Like, it's cumbersome to handle the steering in slow speed, especially in tight traffic. It's just too heavy, and I sometimes doubt that if it's even power steering, it's that heavy. But once the speeds pick up, it's all good. It's just great. It's great at munching miles, which I did, and I absolutely loved it for the fact that I could use this car for one purpose that it's built for. I took it off-road. It's supremely capable off-road as well. It's, in fact, it's more capable, I would say, than some of its rivals. I know that's a tall claim because the rest of the competitors are pretty capable off-road because they have their fancy gadgetry. This has only 4H and 4L modes, nothing more fancy than that, but this still takes everything else with aplomb. Overall, it's a great package to drive in. Superb job by Isuzu. In conclusion, I'd like to say that the MUX overall is a great package. It is extremely capable off-road. It's extremely capable on the road as well. You can take it for huge highway drives and you won't be disappointed. The comfort is amazing. The seats are really good. It could do with a little better under thigh support for the driver and the passenger seat, but the backrest is amazing. The steering feel is amazing once speed pick up, though heavy when the speeds are low. The boot space is amazing for all your luggage, for all your trips, and I think it's a great looker as well. The downsides are that it does lack some of the latest equipment that its rivals have, something basic like Android Auto, CarPlay and the works, and the fact that Isuzu is giving us older tech compared to the international version, like the 5-speed gearbox and the outdated infotainment. Still, I'm willing to forgive Isuzu for that because the car just drives so well. I mean, it's something one should really experience it to believe it. It's just that good, and I really did not expect it to be such a great package overall, and I'm truly smitten. And thank you very much for Isuzu for letting me have it for a few days. I cannot thank them enough. I totally love the car and I'm just in love. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.